wrong with you this morning? Stuff flying all over the place. Edamame beans going down the waste disposal, bottles flying.
I don't know. It's 23 days of not drinking.
Did you
I
get
love the way we started the show with you munching on toast.
23 days not drinking?
And I've got butterfingers.
I got peanut butter fingers. I said, are we going to start the show with you eating? Oh, don't. That's really making me want it now. Well, that's actually very apt, because today we are talking about sleep. Sleep and how to improve it. Eat well to sleep well. Please tell me now, answer, are you sleeping well? Yes or no? Just yes or no. And then Mark can sort of do a sort of rough guess of how many people are and how many people aren't. And the reason I said that's apt is nuts is one of the great things for sleep. Before you put that next mouthful, say the word.
Tryptophan.
Tryptophan is what we are looking for in ingredients when we're trying to get better sleep through food.
What was your question again?
Do you get a good night's sleep? Do you sleep well?
Right.
So when I started...
Vast majority of no's.
Yeah. So when I started looking into it, I thought, well, all vegans must sleep well, because most of a tryptophan is found in highest amount in tofu, then edamame, then nuts, then seeds and oats. It's all of the things that a vegan will have top of their list in their diet.
But never fear, because protein also. So salmon, oily fish. Now, oh my God, it's so boring hearing about oily fish, isn't it? Especially if you don't like oily fish.
I don't eat oily fish, so...
You only get oily fish in a can.
No, salmon's an oily fish.
Is it really?
Darling, do you think the fish, before they're in a can, arrive in a can?
No, I know, but when people say oily fish, it's always either smoked mackerel or, you know, and also salmon is coming in for a bit of a stick at the moment.
Can?
Listen.
It has, because it's soaked in oil.
I learned a really interesting fact the other day on one of those shows behind the factory, inside the factory, about tinned fish.
Go for it.
So, if it's in tuna in olive oil, which is what Finn likes, or tuna in sunflower oil, the actual oil sucks out all the omegas from the fish. So you have to eat the oil that's in the tin.
Oh, and we all throw the oil
Whereas
away.
in brine, it keeps it in the fish.
I like the oil.
This is something I take every day because I had a test for my omega oils and I had almost zero. What are all the different things it's tested? It's all different areas in your body, isn't it?
Inflammation, really.
Zero.
Yeah, this was so bad. I just did not have enough, and like it's really interesting. My feet like really dry. My It can cause so many different things. Not having enough omegas.
Brain
So
fog.
Ellery Jones has tuna and brine. This is an important question,
Yes.
and I like this answer. And you both are foodies, and you can give me the answer to this. And I think it chimes with a few things that people are saying. When you're standing in front of tins of tuna,
Yeah.
should you go for the ones in oil, or should you go for the ones in brine?
Well, according to the inside the factory, brine.
Why?
Unless you're going to eat all the oil in the can.
I'm going to eat the oil. Brine is disgusting.
Brine is hideous.
Brine is disgusting, but it eats more omegas in the fish.
Yeah, but the fish is drier.
Also, he said that tuna in oil keeps longer.
Right.
But I mean, it's a matter of taste, I think, because
I hate
I think tuna in brine smells exactly like cat food. Only cat food. Sorry to those people that like it.
Yeah, I agree.
So try tryptophan.
Tryptophan.
Okay, another question that's kind of on tip of everyone's tongue. Well, there's so many stories about salmon being farmed badly and it not being good and it all not being as good as it used to be.
The best thing to do for salmon, if you're going to have salmon, is have wild salmon and have Atlantic salmon.
Line,
you don't want
is that when
farm.
it says line caught?
Yeah. I mean, the frozen one in algae, I think, is wild Alaskan.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's a really good... The deeper it is down in the sea,
The less mercury and all of that is taken in. But it's hard because a lot of people don't like the wild Alaskan, the deep one, because it's much tighter, sort of,
How is it?
and red.
Yeah.
I couldn't get hold of any of that today because that was what I was going to cook. So,
Because
now-
I like salmon, but often when I see it like that, I think that doesn't look real.
I know.
Is it being
Yeah.
coloured?
It's an amazing fish, isn't it?
This study that showed that men who ate Atlantic salmon 3 times a week for 6 months experienced a very positive impact on sleep quality and daily functioning. Thing is with this, I always wonder with these tests, and I suppose they take this into account, was it the first time somebody was really looking after themselves? You know, getting more protein and eating more veg. Because the thing is, you don't want to just think of one thing. Oh, I better have some salmon. Try and think of it more like as a whole thing that you're just gently changing, adding things in, having more variety. Because otherwise it can all seem so overwhelming. We say this all the time, Dina, don't we? It can just seem so overwhelming.
I feel overwhelmed right now.
So that's why we are just going to do... I'm going to do a fish dish.
You're going to underwhelm us.
Dina's going to do a nice vegan dish. And Mark's going to do a nice sort of sweetie treat. All of which include ingredients that have...
Tryptophan.
And
also we're going to give you lots of hacks. Life hacks.
We like
so
that.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, said I can't sleep, I don't sleep. So I said to her, let's talk about what you do before you go to sleep. Number one, she's on her phone until the very last. Sarah, sorry, but you're on your phone till the very last minute you hit the sack. Not good. You need to get your lights down, bring them down by 9 p.m. Hit the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is your inner side clock. So as soon as you, it's like your internal clock.
Yeah.
So when you wake up, open your curtains. Like this morning, it was 6:30, 7, and the sun was just coming up. So let that light come in onto your face. Have your breakfast within 1 hour. Eat your lunch within 6 hours of that, and your dinner within 6 hours of that.
So that's enough information. Then we'll do the next bit.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Did you also know that one of the best things for going to sleep is sex?
Yes.
Not for me. The best thing for me is getting in my big bed by myself and starfishing.
Okay, who finds that starfishing on their own, say starfish or sex? Oh, we're not allowed to say sex. What could be the... Because YouTube will stop us. What's another word?
This is me. This is me when I get in my bed. I saw someone do it on Instagram.
Let me just finish this. So I've got olive oil.
And I'm starting the dish.
Olive oil, just a little olive oil, and I'm salting the skin because the nice crispy skin is so yum. And I'm putting that into a medium pan. You're going to see how quick and easy this dish is.
Claire Haywood says starfish.
Starfish.
This is me when I get in my bed. If someone did it on Instagram the other day, I thought, that's me. So
Oh, when you go...
so snuggly by myself. So lovely.
Lots of starfishes.
Yeah.
So no sex, please. Dina's British.
Yes. Okay. So I'm
Dina's
going
going to get on
to talk to you about quinoa. Can you zoom down on that? Can you go right in? Can you see some of the little quinoa are sprouting a little bit?
Have a look.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So when
there's a tadpole.
when you soak any of these kind of seeds or grains, they will sprout. And you could leave that in a jar and rinse it every day for a couple of days, and you'd have a sprouted quinoa, which is really, really good for you. But I'm going to cook it today.
Also do that with broccoli seeds.
Yeah.
2 tablespoons. I was watching this functional nutritionist this morning. She said 2 tablespoons of broccoli seeds, sprouted, is the equivalent of eating a whole head, Dina, of broccoli.
Yeah.
So good for you. So every day, if people ate that every day, they would see such an improvement in their health and their gut and everything.
Everyone's just asking, so what exactly are you doing? Or what
So
dish are you making?
So I'm making salmon with a walnut and basil pesto. And I'll tell you a bit more about the goodness in all the ingredients. I'm going to try and tell you each ingredient as we go.
What are you making, Dina?
I'm making an edamame, this bean, which is extremely high in tryptophan. Nadia loves them. I don't. Oh, good. Oh, another one.
Oh.
So I'm trying to make them edible.
Right.
With lots of flavours and nuts.
I find it really passive aggressive when they put in a bowl in their
pods.
stupid pods
Yeah.
with salt on.
Yeah.
I literally want to punch the waiter.
Yeah. So we're in.
It's annoying, and the way you sit there with relish eating them makes me annoyed.
Yeah, so we were in Wagamama's the other day. She goes, "Oh, let's get edamame."
Oh, I hate the way she gets so excited about edamame.
Hang on a minute. I did not say, oh, let's get
No, you do.
edamame. I went, do you
Babe,
like
babe,
edamame?
something happens to you. Oh, great edamame. It's like, fuck the edamame.
I like it.
Oh, they're
I'm
so
just
lovely.
They're so mange tout. Do you remember mange tout?
He loves
I love
mange
mange
tout.
Oh, in the 80s it was mange tout,
He's a
mange tout.
mange tout
I hate
arsehole.
mange tout.
And you're an edamame
Yeah.
idiot.
Right, so my dad's top tip, you must rinse this, you must soak it. If you don't rinse it, it's bitter. It's really bitter. My dad's
tip.
top tip is...
That's very wet going into that
Yeah,
water.
it's fine. is to fry it just
So
for a minute.
quinoa or quinoa?
Oh, I say quinoa.
Quinoa.
What do you say, Naz?
Quinoa. Quenwah.
Catherine says quinoa.
Quinoa. And give that a little stir. And then what you want to be kept. So a lot of people say the ratio is 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of water. I do 1 3/4 cups, which is about 400 ml.
I've only ever had quinoa once in my life where the heavens opened and the angels sang. And it was Mark and I were filming our show, Eating in the Sun.
Yeah.
And we were in Italy, in a Michelin restaurant. I, honestly, God, Tuna, they just put water with it. It was the lightest, fluffiest, it was like it had wings.
It is.
It's never like that.
It's a real art.
It
Tell you
is.
what they may have done. They may have popped it in the oven first, so you can toast it in the oven. That can be a. But that's just a bit long-winded. Salt, please.
It's a bit long-winded.
But if you want to
As
do
we're
it,
doing happy, easy, cheap
fall asleep food.
just done in minutes.
So I would say out of all of my friends, I have one friend that has no issue with sleep at all. Michelle, I know Michelle always watches. She could do 11 hours straight through.
11?
that's almost
hours.
too much, they say.
It is. It is too much. But all of the others have issues, so there's definitely something going on.
And I'd just like to say, everybody's body is different because I can be looking at my phone to the very last minute. I turn with the lights on, turn it off, I go to sleep and sleep like a log.
Yeah, and apparently some people, and I think I must be one of them, live on 5 hours sleep. I can't get past
You always,
5.5
yeah,
hours sleep.
and that is true. But this is what we must. I was listening to this sleep expert the other
I actually
day.
feel awful if I do more than 5 hours.
The best thing to do is judge how you feel and don't get caught up in like, oh my God, I haven't had 8 hours. You might not be an 8 hours person.
What you've got to do is wake up in the morning and say,
Feel
oh, I
good.
feel refreshed,
Yeah.
or oh, I feel knackered. If you feel knackered, then you haven't had a good sleep.
And then
If
at
you wake
4
up and
o'clock
feel
it's
refreshed and
Friday.
say, oh God, I've only had 5 hours, that's fine.
He never says that. So look how lovely and crisp that is now.
Yeah, I love tangy skin.
So I just do a little scoop to seal it.
Is it right to say that the skin is really good for you?
That's where all the omegas are.
Yeah.
So you don't want a horrible flabby skin because do you know what I've done? What sometimes when I've steamed the salmon, what I do is I take the skin off,
Yeah.
and I either grill it or just quickly fry it, so you've got really crispy skin on top. Because steaming is really nice and really easy. So
Can I just ask, I mean, I know this is all about sleep, but presumably there's certain types of food you should potentially eat generally in your diet that will aid with long-term sleep.
Yeah.
But then presumably there's rules and regs about what you shouldn't eat before you just go to bed, or
Well,
when
they-
you eat as an
they
evening.
do say that if you've got at least 4 hours with no food before you sleep, it's better.
Yeah, so you haven't got to be digesting it through
Because your body isn't being activated.
If you're having a nice big snack just before you go to bed.
Yes.
But then if you are wanting stuff later at night, things like bananas. Bananas are really good for potassium, aren't they, as well?
And nibble on nuts,
Nuts.
and not those nuts. I've got in there before you.
Yeah,
So what have we got here? We've got quinoa, which Dina's cooking. We've got whole grains, so whole brown rice. Any nuts or seeds holds.
So these are all good.
These are all
Tryptophan,
good. Now we
everything.
couldn't get tart cherry, but has high doses of triathlon. Tryptophan. I can't say the bloody word. And actually, one of you guys told me about this originally, and it is very, very good sleep aid. Do you have that
And
just
it's
before?
really tasty, that cherry juice.
But you want the tart cherry juice. Biona Organic do it, but
The
not
one that
just
makes you go, "Ugh."
not one that's got loads of sugar in it. It's got to be
Yeah.
like sharp.
Well, there's no added sugar in that.
Yeah, but
Interestingly, for example, I can't drink tea from after 3 o'clock. If I have tea after 3 o'clock, I'm going to stay
Apparently
awake.
there's more caffeine in a
Yeah.
tea, so when you're having a cup of tea in the evening, it's as shocking to your system as when you say to me, don't have a
Yeah.
double espresso.
No, but the difference is tea has the same caffeine, but you get a slower.
Release.
Yeah, so you don't get the jitters. So you get the kick, but you don't get the jitters. So,
But I mean, I've just heard Davinia Taylor saying that she can't drink green tea. A lot of people think green tea
No,
is a
that's a-
relaxant, it's a
Oh,
really stimulant.
that's a big point actually. Don't have green tea to go to sleep.
No.
Have it to wake up.
Yeah.
Also, mint tea is a really good digestive. So if you get a bit, Mark can get a bit like weird in his stomach after
What
he's
I've got
eaten.
right now.
at night have a peppermint tea or a spearmint tea, and that aids digestion, doesn't it?
I'm loving the factoids, girls.
Oh, we bring it. We bring it. So,
bring
Dina,
it.
am I carrying on? Or do
Yeah,
have
you
to
carry
do-
on. I just need to have this.
Okay, so we've got a bit distracted here and there. So
It's good. Good
imagine we've just put the fish on. I want to show them how simple it is. We just put the fish on,
Yeah.
and oh, I know what I was going to do.
Seared each side.
Seared each side,
Nice.
and it's cooking away nicely.
I like a bit of a. I don't like it too dry, salmon, when it's cooked. You don't dry it
It's
quite quickly.
really hard to make it dry because it's such an oily fish.
It's not that hard to make it dry.
Yeah.
Who was it just said there are 2 fillets for £3 in
In
Asda? was it?
Asda, they're doing a special offer.
Magnesium powder and cherry juice and topped with fizzy
Yes.
water.
Oh,
Couple
that's
sweet
called a-
tea an hour before bed and
Yeah.
spray lavender on my pillow works for me.
Yeah, that's called
Beautiful.
a sleep
Yeah.
mocktail, isn't it? That's the sleep mocktail.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually got there a lavender mark. If you have a look at that herbal tea.
Where is it? Oh, pucker nighttime. See, I just see that and I just think pucker and it makes me think of Jamie Oliver and I punch my face in.
They're very clever with their designs of their boxes, though. But oat flour, lavender, and lime flour.
Does that work?
They say.
It's a calming box.
Everybody always says to me, "Oh, you must love herbal teas." I don't. The only herbal tea I like is mint.
Please tell
So
me.
I'm
you
just
do
putting
tea.
some olive
I do
oil.
make
I'm just putting some olive oil into my pan because what I want to do is some blistered tomato. Mark, can you pass me
Yes.
those
Orange?
two colours? Yeah, let's have some orange and red. Obviously, this is out of season, but I've got to think of the gram, guys, and I want some nice colour on the grams. I want some nice colour on my plate. Actually, I made a mistake there. That oil should be very hot before I put those
I'm
tomatoes.
going to ask everyone a question. Who here likes, say yes if you like herbal tea, no if you don't? I can't stand them.
And do you pretend you like it?
Yes!
Loads of people pretend they like it.
Whoa!
Oh, that's what we want. I should have waited till that was hot because it's much better. If you're doing blistered tomatoes, you want them to go in hot. So, right, stand back.
Christ. Majority of people saying yes to herbal teas?
They like them.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say some I do.
Oh no, quite a few no's coming in now.
Yeah.
Ribbleton, PM lovely.
Chamomile's the worst one.
Oh!
The worst one. But the best one for sleeping. If you want a sleepy tea, that is it.
Someone asked me to make an Earl Grey the other day. I punched them.
I do like Earl Grey.
Mark, you've got to stop saying punch.
No, we've entered a new era with Trump. You just hit people now.
He doesn't punch anyone. Don't listen to him. So I'm
You do
just
if they
gonna
are
put-
for Earl Grey.
These are a great thing because if you were to put like a saucepan on that now, what would happen? You'd get more steam and you'd get more splattery.
Jackie Bellino pretends to like them.
Good, Jackie.
Well done, Jackie. Well done throwing me up. So you just do that so it stops splashing everywhere. So let's go over here to a bit further away from the
okay.
noise.
No, my worst one are chai lattes.
Oh, Tina!
Tina, I like a chai latte.
Oh, Daddy, you don't.
I do. I had my
I
first.
don't know who you are.
Oh, when I go in a place with a friend and they go, "Can I have a chai latte?" I'm like,
Chai latte followed by some edamame.
Who would want to be Dina's friend? The judgment. Dina, she's standing on my foot now. She's standing on my
I
foot.
thought we'd come down this end.
Yeah, I'm just going to put some thyme in there as well for a bit of extra flavour.
My wife likes edamame and chai latte.
Can't help it, sorry.
Every time I order an oat milk cappuccino, I say to the person serving it, sorry for being a wanker. They always laugh. Because you're not a wanker.
Oh God, I'm going to turn that off because the noise is annoying me.
Oh, man.
Right, so over here we're going to make our walnut pesto. So homemade pesto is like nothing else. Now you can do it the traditional way, the traditional Italian way. You get pestle and water and you know, you pound it away till you get all those different
Say that
flavours
again.
out. But we're not going to do that because we want quick food, family food. You can make a bigger jar of this and just have it for other stuff.
Pesto's vegan, right?
Yeah. So this is enough for like.
This one is because it hasn't got parmesan in it.
This is enough for 4 people. So we've got a quarter of a cup or a handful of walnuts. Now, this would be much nicer if I toasted them, but we haven't got time. But toast them if you've got time. So I'm trying to show you always the easiest way that you can also add in. That was 2 large handfuls, or like if you use American cups, 2 American cups. Let's go over here.
Is
for
there a
one.
top nut?
A top nut.
What's the best nut?
Pistachios are really good to sleep.
But they're the most expensive.
They are.
Pistachios are really good. Every person, unless of course they've got a nut allergy, should have 2 Brazil nuts a day for selenium.
Are they the best for selenium?
Yes.
The only selenium.
But the
No,
seeds,
not the only, the best.
yeah, the best. But we've got seeds that have selenium as well if you're a nut bird. Because you can have to pumpkin seed pesto, which I've done on here before, which is absolutely delicious.
If you're not allergic to seeds.
Nuts.
But because some people that are allergic to nuts aren't allergic to seeds.
Yeah.
Not so. Okay. So I'm going to just put a little bit of lemon zest. You don't have to if you haven't got a lemon. If you've just got one of those bottled lemons in the fridge, you can just use. It's not dire, but it's so nice. Lemon zest. Oh, doesn't that smell gorgeous already, Mark?
Yeah. Over here,
Not a fan of lemon though.
And then a squeeze of lemon. I'm going to put in, and I'm going to put in some
But with fish, it just
salt.
especially
Oh,
with
I
salmon,
think
it cuts right
it's
through
this.
that.
I could not eat fish without lemon.
I don't like lemon.
My dad's the same. Okay, so then I've got a quarter of a cup. Now, when you're making pesto, usually, you blitz it and then you just gradually pour the oil in. But I'm not going to do that because this is a family dinner. You want bish bash bosh. You want it done really quickly. So I'm just going to go over here and just blitz it.
Whilst you do that, I'm just going to say hi, Chi-Chi. How you doing, darling? She looks like a llama today. Hey, sit.
So going back to the person who said about magnesium in the
Yes.
cherry cocktail drink, you can have magnesium bath salts, well, Epsom bath salts got magnesium in. Magnesium spray, you can put it on your feet, marvellous for sleep. I've started doing that instead of taking a supplement because the supplement can get your stomach going a bit. So you can get magnesium oil.
I just bought some magnesium cream, thick cream in like.
Yeah. Well, if you ever go in TK Maxx, they always have that brilliant brand on cheap. I noticed when I was doing my tax return, I spend too much money in TK Maxx. It goes TK Maxx, Conquering Hero, which is the pub. TK Maxx, Conquering Hero. Has nobody noticed I'm all Scottish?
Oh yes, it's Burns Day.
Aye.
This day.
Burns night.
Burns night.
night.
I'm feeling.
So do you recite the poem?
So in the pub they do. They bring out the haggis, they pipe the haggis out, all these kilt bagpipe, and then they stab the haggis, then they do the address to the haggis. It's the
Did they
whole
ever-
thing. I think Robbie Burns knew what he was doing by doing this in January, because it is the worst flipping month.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't like January?
I hate it. 6 days still to go.
Yeah, it's a long one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that lemon's a bit. Seen
Lemon
better days.
squeezy, easy peasy.
So now, shall I put some rice with it as well? Shall I just explain rice?
Yeah, explain rice. I
Explain
think explain,
rice.
I could it could explain
So
itself.
quinoa would be really good with this because quinoa has extra tryptophan and it's
Tryptophan.
and it's got
Your homework is to learn tryptophan.
and it's got protein in it as well.
Well,
quinoa.
what you can kind of notice is that it's 85% of the food here with tryptophan in it is a protein. So
Yeah, and protein we need for everything. So we're going to put our tomatoes. I don't know. I feel like I need the bloody.
But another thing Sarah
Rice
was saying
in it.
last night,
It's not really a dish without the rice, is it?
All right, we'll go away and come back, and I'll do the rice. Go away, come back. Go
okay,
to
I'll
dinner.
start making my dressing. So let's put some flavour into these beasties. Go on, Mark, let's just try one both
Oh.
and then describe them.
Arduous.
Just so bland.
Nothing.
I don't think this is great for a show.
No, but we're trying to say these are
That's
really,
why
really high in tryptophan.
We're trying to say.
Well, we are saying they're really high in tryptophan, so let's get them in our diet.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's obviously why they serve them up in their pods covered in
Salt.
salt, because they're fucking awful.
Yeah. Can you ask people out there if they
Yeah,
like them?
that's why
I
you
love
just
them.
suck
Excuse
the-
me. Nobody seems bothered that I love them.
No, babe, we know you love them.
I was going to heat this rice, but I don't have
We
to.
also know
Okay.
you like chai latte.
So I can carry on if you want.
What?
Go on, carry on with her.
Okay, so you don't have to heat up this rice. Now I didn't realise this is both mixed brown and white. I do use when I can. I'll cook my rice, but if it's busy, tired midweek, I'm just going to use a bag of rice that I can heat up.
You're
So-
great for teenagers. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I convinced
Actually,
Kiki
my-
to like sweet potatoes this week.
Did
She
you?
tried half my sweet potato. She
That
loved
was
it.
that I had to
I
teach
think that's
myself
a
to
win.
like. Again, because it's sweet. I don't
She was shocked by how sweet they are. They are
They
quite
are
funny.
I
they
don't.
are
That's
sweet.
what I don't like.
they're so sugary.
But it's a good sweetness, isn't it?
It's a very good sweetness. It's a low burner.
Yeah.
Got my
It's a
little
slow burn.
gorgeous.
That looks much better now.
Yeah, I've got my gorgeous garlicky olive oil, always, guys, olive oil.
That's great.
Okay, so now we've got our lovely, I haven't put garlic in it, but I would say half a garlic clove with that. But I haven't put it because Mark
Don't
will...
really go with fish.
No, and also Mark doesn't really like it.
Do you know
Raw
what?
garlic.
There's not many cookery shows where you would have considered not having a third of the dish for the final plate up.
Well, I just thought, do we
What
need
does that
it?
mean?
Now you
We'll go
see,
with the rice there.
Oh.
It looks great now.
now you see, I wanted to show the skin, but then it hasn't got pesto on. What do you reckon, guys?
It looks so good, says Karima Ham.
Yeah,
Okay,
leave it,
there we
leave
go.
it.
There we
So
go.
good. That looks fantastic.
Delicious. And actually, we did a lot of talking in between, but you can get that on the table in 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Well, it took 50. How long have we been in?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
25.
25.
About 10 minutes
Yeah,
in.
we're talking too much.
Elaine
Oh,
Flew
do you know-
says, I like edamame beans and salad with tuna, soy and lime drizzle.
Good
That's
girl.
what I mean. So
That's
cover
what
it
I
up.
mean.
Loads of flavours.
Okay.
Oh, can I just say, because I didn't talk about what was good about the pesto.
Yeah.
Oh,
The best, why I'm using, because you can use, usually you use pine nuts, but actually walnuts, again, have omega-3 fats in, and they're really, really, everything on here will help you. So that's a sleep better dish.
And they're a fifth of a price.
That does look really tasty. It smells great.
Okay, so my quinoa is nearly done, but we can leave that to the end. So let's make this tasty dressing. So we're going to put high in tryptophan 6 tablespoons of peanut butter. I'm just going to guess it too. I'm going to use my fingers. 3. That's a lot.
We are
Why is
still...
butter so expensive?
I'll just make this
There's a lot of stuff in it, isn't there?
And these
Right.
are
Peanuts.
cooking. Mark's filming.
Hello.
Live. We are live now. Oh my god. Oh, peanut butter.
6 tablespoons of peanut butter.
Click on the link if you want to see
3 of soy. Whoa, that's the second time I've done that.
Butterfingers.
3 of soy. I mean, you can see how this is really going to mask that.
Damn straight. Yeah. Chuck in
3
some gin as well.
3 rice wines. On that note, talking about
Gin.
gin, yeah. So I have been listening to a hypnotherapy thing. I found.
Can you use anything other than peanut butter? Sharon Carter's out. She hates peanut butter.
Ooh, what
Can
could
you use
we
almond
use?
butter?
Yeah.
Any butter?
Yeah.
Not butter.
You just want to make it creamy.
Sorry, you were listening
And
to...
3 maple. Anyone that's trying to stop drinking or reduce your drinking or reduce your smoking or stop your
Yeah, I
smoking.
started 20 years ago.
So go to Clear Minds Hypnotherapy. I found it by sheer chance. I think there was some offer saying, oh, it was £20 or something, and I'd get it for 15. Anyway, the reason I like it is because the lady that is talking, the hypnotherapist, has got an English voice.
Oh.
So, you know, not one of those American accents. I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything about American accents, but it's very soothing.
what you were.
No, but when
Oh,
you're
that's
English, it's you just
You like
yeah.
English
Yeah,
accent?
yeah,
I hate the
yeah,
English
yeah.
accent.
Oh, do you? Oh, and a teaspoon of sesame. So 3 soy, 3 maple, 3 rice wine vinegar, and a teaspoon of sesame. Okay, and then we're going to have just 1 garlic clove. We don't want to overwhelm it. We've got enough lovely flavours in there. Ugh. Not very well organised this morning. And a big knob of ginger.
Oh, these are salt and vinegar, these peanuts.
Are they?
Oh, they're not sorry.
Oh no, they're going to go into my...
They're yum.
They're going to go into this.
What, mother?
Oh, lovely. Oh, they smell of garlic, ginger, soy, peanut butter. No edamame.
Do we
Taste.
have to introduce the edamame? I mean, it's like a reluctant...
So it's nice to make your dressing in the bowl you're going to put your salad into because it gets it really covered nicely. Okay, so we've lost the wanky whisk. I was just looking for the wanky whisk.
Which one's the wanky one?
The little Nigella one, you know that.
Bell
one.
X asks, are you still on dry January, Dina?
I did 23 days, and so yesterday I had 1 gin and tonic. Now, listen, I always have a double. But yesterday I had a single, and I felt absolutely contented, and I was contented with 1. So either the hypnotherapy's working.
And actually, that's something we want to tell you about.
I did. I just said, go to
yeah.
Clear Minds Hypnotherapy on Instagram.
Wow.
And she does 1 for smoking and 1 for alcohol.
And don't worry if you fall asleep because
Oh, I fall asleep every night. I don't actually know what she says.
my hypnotherapy.
I don't actually
tape-
know what
She
she says.
hypnotises.
When I was pregnant with Kiki, we did hypnobirthing, and every afternoon I would have a sleep and use hypnobirthing CD, and I would fall asleep to it. And she said to me, "Oh, it doesn't
That means
matter. It's still
working,
going
yeah.
in." Yeah.
I'm just going to put a little bit of water in that just to make it a little bit more.
So we wouldn't recommend alcohol as a means to sleep. I mean, yes, you
Absolutely
pass
not.
out. Yes,
You
can
pass out, but then 3 hours later,
Very important conversation.
you've
this.
got palpitations, you're
I think a lot of
dehydrated.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people do use alcohol as a way to
Yeah.
whack themselves out.
I think
If there's
one,
any way that you can stop that using alcohol to go to sleep, find a different way. When you first come in, if you're somebody that comes in, you've had a stressed day, you're tired, and the first thing you want to do is have a drink, have something else, have a big glass of water, have anything else other than alcohol, then do something else, and then see if you still want a drink.
Like sex.
Because a friend of mine at work's been doing this, and she says after a couple of hours she just forgets, and then she hasn't had a drink. But she used to come in straight away and drink.
yeah.
Every single time you drink, every night you drink, your sleep will not be good. It's just as simple as that. So if you're drinking 6 nights a week, could you just drink 2? Good, now just
Get
have
the
2.
NHS app. It's
Yeah.
really good because it tells you. You choose. You say, I pledge not to drink 3 days this week or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, it tells you how many calories you've saved, how many calories that have been
Dina
to
loves this
bar,
app.
and
She's-
how much money you've saved. That's the best thing.
Aaron Edwards asked, what about chocolate? at
Chocolate
night?
is not good at night. It's a stimulant.
Dark chocolate too, right?
So
Even
if
dark, I discovered that because
So
I
if
was.
you're feeling really tired, say you get a slump at 4 o'clock and you want something sweet, do this. Have a date, put a Brazil nut in it and put a couple of cubes of dark chocolate because it's really good for you, and you will get a really good kick.
I challenge anyone to eat just one.
What? Oh yeah. No.
Oh, I do. It's so sweet. A big, sticky,
I don't.
gorgeous Palestinian date like caramel.
I have 3. I have to have 3. So fluff that up with a fork and put the lid back on for another 10 minutes. Do you want to?
So should we do Mark?
Yeah, do Mark.
So let's just go through. So flaxseed is good.
Yeah.
For
Flaxseed,
you.
all of the seeds, the pumpkin, the sunflower,
Right.
the flax, the
Super seeds.
linseed.
Listen, you'll simply have a longer
Nuts.
life if you eat seeds.
What are these here? Are these nuts as well?
Seeds are so good for you.
Oats. Best way to have oats.
Right, so
Isn't oats
You're just
quite?
about to use oats.
But oats is quite a driver of the gut. I mean, your body gets going. It gets the engine going.
yeah, I mean, so soaking them, I think those overnight oats are the best. But there are some people that are like, don't.
I can't do
so
jelly
much."
oats. When they soak, they become jelly oats. I don't like jelly
Like
oats.
quinoa.
Yeah, yes.
Like quinoa. Right, I'm just gonna get some limes. I did have them out. I don't want
He's
to-
looking at me, the edamame.
They keep looking at you.
Keep
So
looking at me.
please-
I keep giving them the finger though.
Did I put the limes back somewhere funny?
Oh, Chi-Chi, you don't stop sleeping, do you?
Okay, Mark.
Yes.
So you're going to now do your dish.
Apparently the London Underground's haunted.
Underground's what?
Haunted.
What's it?
They've seen ghosts flying around them, a bit like Ghostbusters this week.
This week.
Yeah.
Well, you know I'm all into that. So.
Especially on the Northern Line.
Is there, I feel like there's a pun
No,
coming there.
there is no.
Oh.
You know, did you know that Camden Station? You know the escalator. one of the
Yeah,
longest-
that wooden one.
You know, it's either side of. If you sort of imagine through the wall next to you as you're going up and down the escalator of Camden, it's a massive black plague grave.
Ah, is it?
You're literally passing up through the bodies of.
And that's what Blackheath is, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's why they can't build on it.
Yeah.
Kiwis, guys. Very good for tryptophan.
Have you spoken
Right.
to them about that?
Tryptophan.
Tryptophan.
Trip over, tryptophan, trip to the fan. Tryptophan. Kiwis, very good for sleep. So if you would say you could do like overnight oats, so you could do some oats with, you know, if you're plant-based, any plant-based milk, or a yogurt, coconut milk, and then leave that overnight, and then you could maybe put some mango, a little mango for sweetness. Try not to put anything else sweet, and then some coconut flakes on top. Gorgeous, easy. You can make 7 for the week, because you like the same thing every morning, don't you?
I'm a creature. Why is it a bad thing to like the same thing?
Yes, variety. You know when they say
Variety is the
variety-
spice of life.
The reason they say that, where that comes from, is that it keeps you like variety in your food will keep you spicy, keep you energetic, keep you healthy.
Right.
So, you know, have I had this 3 times this week? Oh, did I really love it? Yeah, what else could I, you know, swap, move it around.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you are going to be making some walnut bites.
Right.
Almond and walnut. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah. Almond and walnut bites.
Right.
They have oats, so it's all the stuff we've been talking about. So what have we got there,
What I'm going to try and do now, Mads, is not go
Too fast.
not go frantic. I'm going to try and listen to you,
Yeah,
and I'm
Are
going
you
to
feeling about it?
I'm going to try and go slow.
that would be nice because I might be able to actually
Yeah.
catch you.
Okay. So
So just go through the ingredients. Some of these ingredients we've already spoken about, haven't we?
so we've
what
got
are
some
the
walnuts. Walnuts great for triaptavan. No.
Tryptophan.
Tryptophan. Is it?
Tryptophan, but what else?
Selenium.
No.
Selenium. Okay, I don't know what
What
else.
was in the fish?
Omega.
Yeah.
Omega.
Omega.
fats.
Okay, so we've got nuts. What are you doing now?
I'm just reading here.
We've got
No, no,
bananas.
right, stop saying that because
Yeah,
we've
but
got to
babe-
look at the recipe and the notes at the same time.
Banana. Potassium.
Yeah,
What is this? Ooh, what is that?
that is almond. That's actually almond, hazelnut, and cinnamon butter because I didn't have any pure
Okay.
almond.
Oats,
Oats. Yeah, we've just spoken about.
which
so
are
that's
great for
Sleep.
sleep. They're great. Everything's great for sleep.
No, but you just said the gut as well.
The
Should we
gut.
go to the gut. So basically, melatonin is what we want the brain to produce, right?
Right.
That's what helps us sleep.
Yes.
And as you get older, your body makes less of it.
Makes
Right.
less of it. And these are all melatonin
What's this
you
here?
know, happy
Honey.
foods. That's a little honey just to sweeten
Nice.
it a bit.
Nice.
You
Okay.
don't have to add the honey.
Stop it, Toffee.
You don't have to add the honey if you don't want to because the banana will sweeten it. I
Right.
make the girls now that banana cake, don't I, and stuff for school.
Yes.
There's no sugar in it.
So
I just miss sugar.
okay. So this is something to eat when at breakfast, yeah?
Well, no, this is a bit of a treat because everyone loves a treat, don't they? So you don't have all of them.
Especially toffee.
They're just little bites. So maybe you're having that slump in the afternoon and usually you would go for a bar of chocolate.
Yes.
You might have one of these instead.
Yeah, and that will set you up for your sleep later.
A little
Because
bit
you
like
need
the
to digest it.
Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't have this like late at night sweet snack because that's going to wake you.
Isn't it funny because Mars a day helps you work, rest and play? That the whole
Right.
idea was a sugar rush, wasn't it? Just
Yeah.
basically to get you through
Bye,
things.
Karima.
Okay.
She's pissed off that she's got to go. She's going to catch up.
Okay,
later.
sweetie.
So
right.
first of all,
Yes.
if you can shake the coconut onto there, because when you've made your nutty bites.
Oh, okay, we're going
you're
to
gonna
roll it in
your
them.
coconut.
Nice. So,
Yeah, just cover that whole plate. That's it. Okay.
yeah.
Yep. So then the first thing you're going to do is mash the banana into the bowl.
Now,
Banana, what's it got in it, Mark?
potassium.
Potassium, yeah.
And they're funny shaped. A number of people have been asking how Nanny Di is. And just to say, she's not great. She's just not great. She's very frail, and we are dealing with her and looking after her behind the scenes. She's not in a great place to be filmed with, but God.
Why don't you put it on the
Hang
plate
on, no,
and
I've got
mash
it. I've got it.
Yeah.
So I have filmed a few bits and bobs with her, and so she will be appearing in the vlog, the 2025 vlog coming out this Sunday. Okay?
Really, really mash that up.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, because that's
I
gonna
just know a
bind
number
it.
of people were just asking.
Yeah,
so-
and that's going to bind it.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now put 2 tablespoons of honey, and this is this lovely honey we talked about before that a friend of ours gave to us, and it's really lovely. Immunity honey. It has ginger and in it too. Does ginger aid sleep, do you know? It's good for digestion, ginger,
yeah.
isn't it? So you don't forget, it's bad digestion.
Did you say
sometimes.
2?
Nanny Bluebell, thank you so
2?
much.
Did you
Just
say 2?
Yeah, just 1 second. 385 people watching, and only 52 have put the thumbs up. Come on, guys.
Bastards!
Everyone put the thumbs up. It only takes you a split second.
God almighty, we're doing all this, and all you have to do is that. Come
And
on.
also, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps us.
Yeah, bastards.
And it doesn't cost you a bloody penny.
Yeah, all the other channels go, please subscribe. We just insult you.
And
Oh,
post.
Sonia, that's so sweet. She's put the thumbs up emoji. But if you actually hit the thumbs up underneath
Thank you.
the video. Oh, they're all giving the thumbs up. Underneath the video, if you can.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, so we've got
2
2
tablespoons,
of honey.
yep.
Okay, so now we are putting in
All of that?
yeah, like a quarter of a cup of almond
And
butter.
that is a quarter of a
because
cup.
almonds, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
just put it in. It's fine.
Yep.
And or was it half a cup?
Do I need to
Half a
mush it
cup,
all-
sorry,
should I
half a
mush it
cup.
all in?
Yeah, mush it all in.
Christ.
I think you should put it on the plate, Mark. I think it's a bit difficult.
No.
No.
You need to be able to push
You know
it.
what? hard.
You know one of my best investments that I've just bought myself recently for sleep is a heated eye mask.
You know what?
Oh my god!
That's
Funny you say that.
Your
nice.
eyes need warmth.
Yeah.
Where did
When
you
you
get
go
that?
Amazon.
Hi, Jordan O'Sullivan. Jordan O'Sullivan was in the.
I'll tell you
was
what.
at Loose Women yesterday. You met him at the
yes,
front
we
row.
did. I shook your hand.
I
Yeah,
checked-
and his favourite recipe is our mama's spaghetti.
Just to say on that though, it's interesting because I think my problem with ear buds or
Yeah.
blockers, I don't like the constriction on my face. I don't like anything. But I was using iPads for a while actually over Christmas, and
Eye
it
mask.
really did. Yeah, eye mask. It really helped.
Doesn't it?
It really did
Especially
help.
as I've been telling him that for years.
We live on a main road, so
Yeah.
we do have light pollution. Whatever you know, even if you've got blackout blinds, you're very fortunate
Yes.
if you live in a very dark place.
When you go away and you sleep somewhere.
Oh
my-
my gosh.
I think my worry, it must be the survival of the kind of savannah. I'm worried that if suddenly something happens, someone breaks in, and I have to leg it around with stupid fucking eye mask on, they're just going to laugh at me.
So I wear eye mask and earplugs. But the thing
Good
with the
God.
the thing
Well,
with the
that's what they
earplugs,
advise.
Is it?
the thing with the earplugs is that I can hear my tinnitus a bit too loudly when you've got them in.
Oh, yes.
Somebody's
I hear
saying
my
here.
heartbeat. I hear my heart going.
Just
boom,
one
boom.
second, guys. Emily says, Dina, how does it heat up? I've tried the ones that heat up for like 30 minutes.
Oh, they're rubbish, and
amazing.
they're amazing, but they're 30 minutes, so it's got a very long wire.
So how long does yours take?
So you can have it on for 30 minutes. It's got a little control panel. You can have the heat higher. You can have 5 minutes, 10, 25 or 30. It's plugged in. But the wire's really long, so when I'm in my bed, and then if I wake up in the middle of the night, when I've fallen asleep, I just pull the wire out and I just leave it alone.
Don't you feel sort
I'm gonna
of
get
strangely vulnerable that you're not aware of anything around
I
you?
know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't laugh, people, but I've got a lock on my door, so I lock myself in my room every night.
Okay.
Hangover from those dominatrix days, hey?
Okay, so now. Oh,
Yes.
Dina, can you get a little mini.
Okay, I've got it as
wooden
mushed
board?
as I can.
A wooden board.
Yep.
So I forgot actually because again these would have been better toasted, just a little. But yeah, so Mark, take those nuts and
Yes.
put them on there,
Yep. Am I going to chop them up?
and then chop them up. Get the big knife and just not a bread knife. Where's the other?
I'm not this. I like this.
Oh,
one.
I've got a big one. I had a big one.
Bread knife won't do that, babe. That's the
Oh.
wrong knife.
Isn't it?
This one's got spring onions all over it.
Oh, they need to be. Did get that pestle and mortar, pestle, because they need to be very chopped.
Get out of there.
Oh no, what we're talking about?
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, they have
about.
very finely, so do that. Get it really
Say that
fine.
word.
Say it.
Say the amino
Who is
acid.
it that says I lock?
Tryptophan. Tryptophan.
Elizabeth Diamond says, Dina, I lock my bedroom door too.
Oh, well, I'm good. I'm glad I'm not
Can you
the only
sleep
mad
with your
person.
back to a door?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Apparently
Dina,
it's really
tell
bad
people
luck.
about grounding mats. Now, these are quite expensive,
Ow!
but everyone is talking about them.
So you
Everyone,
can
certainly my
get a
friends.
grounding sheet or a grounding mat. Now, a grounding mat you can get for about £22. So a grounding mat, you plug it into a socket and you leave and you turn the switch off, so you're only receiving the earth through
Yeah.
the wire, and it literally grounds you as if you were standing out on the ground, which is good for you.
Excellent
Okay.
for inflammation.
Yeah.
Inflammation of the body helps sleep.
So I bought my son one that he just
Anxiety.
puts under his feet while he's on his PlayStation non-stop. Or you can have it in front of the telly, or you can have the sheet, which is slightly more expensive, that goes under your bed, under your sheet.
Is this the same? Can I just ask? Is this the same concept? Do you remember how there used to be a thing when you got car sickness? They'd have those things
Kind of,
off
yeah,
the
yeah,
back
yeah,
of the
yeah,
car
yeah, yeah,
grounding.
it's grounding you,
weren't they?
yeah.
Do you remember those weird flappy things? Is that enough?
So have you got that? I can't. Is it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it
yeah.
finely? If there's big bits, just stop because you won't be able
Get
to
out of
make
the
the ball. Sorry, that's my fault. We should have blitzed it really.
No, none left.
So,
So
we
it's
watch
just-
Housewives until she falls asleep. Works.
So it's ground
So
walnuts,
ground
is it?
walnuts would
No,
be
it's
best.
just chopped.
Okay.
Okay, well that's all right. Then.
That's
fine.
enough. So put that in. So far we have got banana, we've got almond.
I love it when chefs do this.
Right, just let me think. So far we've got banana, we've got almond butter, we've got chopped walnuts, and next Mark, the oats. Now again, I always say this about the oats: don't buy fast cooking oats. They're no good for you. Everything that's good, all the whole food has been stripped out. Okay.
Also, what about jumbo oats? I got a packet of jumbo oats the other day. One oat was as big as my head.
I don't really like
They're
them.
giant.
Yeah, but where have they come from if they're jumbo?
And where are they going?
Yeah.
So a cup and a half.
Is that a cup and a half?
Yes.
So all in? I didn't know whether that.
Can't wait to get these in my belly. Oh, these have got honey in. You could have done them with maple syrup. You could do that with maple syrup.
Whoa.
Zoe has Irish green tea with lemon, and that sends you to sleep.
Irish
Well,
green
they're saying
tea.
not to have green tea, aren't they? But
It's
again,
Irish-
everybody's body's
But it's
different.
Irish green tea.
Oh, am I going to get my hands in there in a minute?
Yeah, go and wash your hands now. And you could put, what spices do you put? Cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon I put in there.
Ginger. Because cinnamon aids sleep.
Make it like-
aids digestion.
You could put a bag of chai latte spice in there.
Should I keep wet hands?
Yeah, because it stops them
I
sticking.
knew
Well remembered.
Ah.
So that should make about 12 balls.
Good God,
so
really?
if you put it in half,
Oh, okay.
Guesstimate.
and then so why don't you put it on the board?
Okay.
Because it's quite important, because you don't want to make these too big and have too much.
Yes.
You know, that's the point. Wouldn't matter so much. So roughly put it in half.
Yeah.
You know, just
How many did you say? 12?
8. Oh God, this is so much bigger than. Tina, look at that.
Wow.
Those aren't equal.
No, I needed to.
All right.
Hang on, I've gone.
That's really weird.
Hang on.
Which ones was Mark?
How many do I need to make? 12. 1. Oh no, I can't do it.
All right, don't worry. Just do some balls.
Okay.
But if you're doing it at home, guys, do
Okay,
12.
just trying to work out.
Just do that now, because we won't have time to.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So.
Okay.
So you
Oh.
actually, it's much better if you put them in the fridge before you do this next bit. But we don't have time, so we're just going to roll it.
But the kind of coconut helps to hold it together, right?
No, not really.
Just
Oh,
a bit.
it's the honey and the almonds.
No,
and
no, no.
stuff.
But at this point, because they're quite.
You could put them in the fridge for a little bit if you wanted, I think, to firm them up if you don't have time. There you go.
Oh, this is it. It's too small.
Well, they're supposed to make 12, so they're not too small. They're massive now. That's not how you have them.
That's mammoth.
That's my one.
No, don't do it that big, guys, because that's too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
They've
Hang
got
on,
to be
hang
like this.
Oh, God, they look horrible now.
No, they look great.
They've got to be this big.
That's
haven't they?
rubbish.
Yeah, but sorry, this is the
No.
trouble. You overeat.
Yeah,
You
well,
have too much.
well, rather than having two, have one of the great big one.
I tell you, folks, these are quite. Do you know my top tip would be to
What?
grind the oats a little bit?
Now, that's what I was thinking as I was doing it. I thought I would blitz those a little bit.
I felt that.
They're a bit too chunky to.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Oh look, there's the perfect one.
All right, fuck it now. Look at the way she's handling that.
This is how they
They
eat
do.
mansaf in Jordan. It's
Yes,
a rice and
I've
meat
seen that.
dish, and you only you roll it until it's a perfect
look at
ball.
that, because when you're manipulating it.
There you
too
go.
much.
Look.
There you go.
All
So
right.
that's the size.
She just bowls in and just shows.
That's the size that you want. This is the size Mark's planning, and then Mark would also eat all of them too.
Which, okay, I'm going to ask them all. Which one would you eat?
This one.
Huh?
You couldn't get that great big thing in your mouth. You want a
I'm
little
going to
thing.
try it.
You can have a
Okay.
go.
Stick in your mouth.
Oh, look, I'm doing what you said about the mansaf.
It's
Look.
good, isn't it?
Oh, look, that's a better one.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Look.
Would it be
Nice.
nice with a bit more spice? With a bit of spice.
And it definitely would be nice cold. So
Yeah.
because in the middle I'm getting a little bit warm.
Well, that really works, Dina.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? That
The
really
hand is
works.
a wonderful thing.
The hand is a fabulous thing, Dina. It really is.
Jordan wants a big one.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Oh.
Tanya does.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
So shall I put them in? Shall I go wash my hands so I can take the camera?
So we're going to pop them in the fridge. Oh, I love coconut. Really healthy. No, really. Do you know what though, Dina? I know you say that about the oats,
Yeah.
but they're really
You like to chew
chewy.
it.
They're quite nice because they feel more substantial. Really nice. Okay, I'll pop those in the fridge. So, Mark, I think you should tell Dina about what Betty sent you.
Yeah, I didn't read the full story. Could you probably a better place to say it?
Okay, so
While you're doing it,
Yeah.
I will add the edamames. And let's get them all coated in the dressing before we add all our other lovely things. Okay, you can start telling us what you wanted to say to me.
So Betty sent us this morning. For anyone who might be new to this show, Betty is how old is she, Dina?
87.
87.
Oh, right, we're getting to family tree.
So today,
Tell them who your cousins
it's just
are.
like funny. An 87-year-old
Your
sends you
nephew.
something that says, "Contraception begins at erection act." Mum said, "I thought this would be quite jolly for the curly cooks this morning." I went, okay, Mum. So
Yeah, she's got the measure of us.
this is a bill that is unlikely to pass, but they're trying to make it so in America. Dina,
Yep.
they're trying to make this so in America. The bill, which is unlikely, would make it unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilise an embryo. What do you think that means?
Oh my God, repeat that.
Discharge.
A person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilise an embryo. What's that?
Just wanking off.
Zena!
A person to discharge.
Yes, no, I know. Just wondered if there was another way you could have said that. So the bill.
And the physical gesture.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Mum. Thanks. So, yeah, because it says, so the exceptions for sperm donation only and for using contraception to prevent fertilisation. So they would impose fines of $1,000.
If you have a wank.
What? Five for the first offence. For the second offence, $5,000 and $10,000 for any subsequent offences.
Is this?
But
is this
how
a-
are they going to catch these people?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but no, isn't this a pushback against the control of women's bodies? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know.
I think isn't it sort of a political statement saying if you want to stop us being able to have the right to an abortion, we'll stop you being able to have a wank.
Oh, I see.
Because it's actually part of the life making process. It should be as.
So this is in
I think it's quite
in
clever.
Mississippi. Yes, that must. Yes,
Yeah, I
it must
think
be in
that's
that. It doesn't say that.
So who's saying this?
It doesn't say that. He's a first-term Republican senator
Oh.
representing a district.
So a
north of
man
Jackson.
saying
Oh
it.
my god! So he's actually saying it as part of masturbating is against life. Is is anti-life.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
No.
No, actually, I think you're right, Mark. All across the country, especially here in Mississippi, the vast majority of bills relating to contraception and abortion focus on a woman's role. I love this man. This bill highlights the fact and brings the man's role into the conversation. Please, can you get up in arms and call it absurd? But I can't say that that bothers me. Oh no!
I'm totally confused.
On a journey.
Right.
Than ever.
I put 4 spring onions in there, half a chilli. We need to keep spicing this up.
Yeah.
Couple of little radishes, the round ones and the long ones, to give it some crunch, because I think that's what I don't like about them as well. They're a bit soft.
Yes.
And some nice crunchy red cabbage, so you've got loads of colour in there now.
Nice.
I actually am going to serve it from a different bowl because it's going to look yuck in here. Okay, and of course the last thing we're going to need is some herbs. Nadia, what are you doing? You're playing with balls? Yeah. Can you just...
Happy place.
Can you
Playing
put me
with
some-
balls.
Can you plate me up some quinoa on there nicely? I was going to mix it into the salad, but I just changed my mind because that's what I do all the time when I'm cooking and when I'm teaching. So I confuse the kids thoroughly because I tell them we're doing one thing in the middle. So can you place some quinoa on the plate nicely, please?
So is that going on top of it?
No, it's going beside it. I think...
Why don't we do it like this? Why don't we do it a bit round the edge
Oh, in the middle.
and then the salad in the middle so
Yeah.
you can see?
Right, so you've got some mint leaves on there, mint, coriander and basil. So, I mean, you really are disguising these little beasties.
Barely actually
my
see them.
God. Is there a
Listen.
cookery show in the world where all the way through the chef is saying she doesn't like it?
Listen, I'm being brutally honest.
Yes.
These are really high in tryptophan. They should be in your diet. But they're
I know,
not.
you have to try
they're
and find
not
ways.
very inspiring. So I'm trying to make them delicious. And it smells delicious.
This is right up my strata.
Yeah.
It's got edamame in it, baby.
Yeah.
Look how healthy. Has it got spring onions in?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
see,
like
that's where
those.
you'd lose me. Because then all day I've got a taste of bloody spring onions. Why have you put that on now? We need more of this first.
Get it on. Get it in a pile.
You know what would
It
be nice
smells
on here?
divine.
Sesame
Nice.
seeds, Dina.
Yeah. Have you got any?
No.
Is quinoa like
This is-
couscous?
Quinoa is a grain.
God.
And
Why
it's
did
got
you put spring onions?
That's nice,
protein
that
in it.
looks nice.
Yeah.
Looks
my
delicious. As
God.
rosy muck.
That look.
Oh,
It
I have.
smells divine.
I have.
can't tell you how good it smells.
Jacobelina, they're much nicer when you eat them from the pods.
Oh.
Because you're licking the pod.
Yeah, exactly. The pods and
Listen, guys. Stop picking on people that like edamame.
They're not, we're picking on edamame.
they're pretending. They are
They're
pretending.
not bloody pretending. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm just trying to find the spring onion.
Have you seen the packets of edamame crisps?
Oh, what? They dried edamame into a
Yeah.
crisp.
I buy them.
Yeah.
You
They're
buy
as-
them?
They're as boring as the original
Oh
thing.
my God. Jeepers.
Don't ask her to show what discharging is again, please.
Oh my God.
Right, okay. Shall I try it?
Dina. Dina.
Yeah.
It's so damn good.
The flavours are exquisite.
Oh.
Say it myself.
Mark, you got to try it.
You were a bit, no, I'm not eating anything, man. You were a bit like John Turode there. The flavours are exquisite.
Mark, flavours are exquisite. There's no spring onion. Try it. Don't be a baby. Turn the
He
camera.
doesn't want to. He's
I don't want to. I
fasting.
don't want to. I'm fine. I don't want to start eating yet.
Not fast.
I am not, but I haven't eaten yet, and I don't want
He's
to.
trying to get out of drying edamame. You're
The
not bloody.
first thing
Who
he
told
does-
you you're fasting?
He doesn't want
It's
edamame
so
first thing in his
I
mouth.
genuinely
The most
don't want-
hated bean on the
I don't
earth.
want to eat it.
Dina.
For him, for him, for him,
Yeah,
for
for
him.
me.
You
For
have
him.
also noted the most tasty bean on her.
I hate edamame, and not eating it is the first thing I have.
That is why it is essential after Dina has put blood, sweat and tears into this edamame dish
Let you try it.
that you try it
Oh, for fuck's sake.
and be honest. Yeah, wait. Be honest. Don't just decide you don't like it. It's like a child having liver and onions.
Well, you sure as hell made that tasty.
That is so damn tasty.
You don't need edamame in it.
You need the tryptophan. That's the whole reason.
That is really nice.
Oh my God.
That
You
is
don't
really
need it
nice.
in it. The whole bloody
Really
point is, which is trying to
Anyway,
make it
rock-a-bye, baby.
on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Da ba ding ding ding.
See, she doesn't